Okay, good morning. Welcome to today's lesson. Okay, the 4th May 2020. I hope you guys are staying safe at home. Whenever you want to go in the street, try to put on the mask. You go to the public places like markets, shopping malls, wear the mask and ensure that your hands are sanitized to kill the virus, which is COVID-19. Okay, so today's lesson we are looking at past examination paper, grade 9, 2019, that is section B. The first question is coming from square roots and cube roots. Square roots and cube roots is the first topic that you start with immediately you move from grade 8 to grade 9. Now, this is the most important question that does not remain in paper 1. Regardless of the position where it is positioned, as long as this question should be there, it can be a square root or maybe a cube root. For example, we have evaluate the cube root of 27. Now, how do you know that they want you to calculate the cube root there? Look at the number which is in front of the root. If it is 3, then they want you to find a number that you can multiply by itself 3 times to get the number inside the root. Okay? For example, if you have this is the root and then you have 8 there and the number there is 3. They want you to calculate the cube root of 8. The number that you can multiply by itself to get the number in the root. Okay, now how do you go about this one? There are 2 ways that you can use. The first one is trial and error, and the second one you can use the prime factor theorem. Let's start with the trial and error. Let's start with 1. Can you multiply 1 by itself 3 times? Is it going to give you 27? No, it can't give you 27. What about 2? 2 by 2 by 2. You multiply 2 3 times. Are you going to get 27? No, you can't get 27. What about 3? 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. You are going to get automatically 27. Because 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Therefore, you agree that the number that you can multiply 3 times by itself to give you the number which is 27 in the root there is 3. Therefore, the answer here, the cube root of 27 is 3. Like that. That's the first method, trial and error. And that's the simplest method that you can use to find the square root or the cube root. Now, what if we want to use the prime factor theory? The prime factor theory states that express this number as a product of its prime factors, like this, 27. Then 27 reduce it until it is reduced to 1. Find the smallest prime number that can divide into 27 without giving a remainder. Prime numbers, we know these are numbers that can be divided by 1 and itself. Starting from 2, 3, 5, just like that. Now 2 can go into 27, yes, but it will leave a remainder. What about 3? 3 is a prime number and it can go into 27, yes. So 27 divided by 3 is giving you 9. Again 9 divided by 3 is giving you 3. Again this 3 divided by 3 is giving you 1. Then you count how many 3's do you have here? 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 to the power 3, like that. Then when you reach this stage, look at the number which is here. They want you to find the cube root. So divide the power there by the number which is here. In this case, it is 3. So 3 divided by 3, you are going to get 3 base there, and then the power is going to be 1. Even if you do not put this power there, the power is 1. So you can see the answer is 3. The one we got when we used the trial and error. Okay. So that's how we calculate the cube roots and the square roots. Okay. On your free time, you can try this one. Evaluate the square root of 64 That's 1. Number 2. The cube root of 64 as well. Okay, like that. Okay, so on your free time you can try those questions, and then after the lesson I'll give you the WhatsApp line where you can forward your videos or maybe your answers, your just capture, and then send via WhatsApp or Facebook. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so let's go to the next question. The next question is saying, the diagram below shows part of a 9-sided regular polygon. A, B, C, D, E, F. So these are the vertex of the part of the regular polygon which we have been given on the chart there. Now, first thing, before you start calculating this question, first thing, identify the topic where this question is coming from. We see that this question is coming from regular polygons, specifically on the polygons. Now, a 9-sided regular polygon. Another keyword that you should highlight here is regular. Regular. What's the meaning of regular? Regular, which means the sides are equal, and when the sides of the polygon are equal, which means each interior angle is equivalent to another. All interior angles of the regular polygon are equal. Now that we have been given that it's a 9-sided regular polygon, they want us to calculate one of the interior angle, which is angle ABC. This is angle B, this one there. They want us to calculate that angle. How would we go about that one? Okay, so first thing, you can use many ways. First thing, you can calculate some of the interior angles of the 9-sided regular polygon. Now that all the interior angles are equal in that polygon, then divide the sum by 9 sides. How do we calculate the sum of the interior angles? Sum of the interior angles is equal to n minus 2 bracket 180. You can use that formula where n is the number of sides of the polygon. So n, where there is n, you substitute n for 9, because we have been given this polygon has got 9 sides. So remove n there and then replace it with 9. You are going to have 9 minus 2 in brackets 180. So 9 minus 2, you are going to get 7. Okay, so 7 multiplied by 180. So when you multiply that, 7 multiplied by 180, it's 7 times 0, it's 0 there. 7 times 8, 7 times 8, 7 times 7 is 49, plus 7, it's 56. So you write 6 there, and then you carry 5. 7 times 1 is 7, plus that 5, it's 12. So this is the sum of the interior angles of the 9-sided regular polygon. Now, if 9 angles add up to 1260 degrees, what about one angle? So you just divide this one by 9, like that. So when you divide that one by 9, you see that your solution will be easy. You just say, you can reduce this one. Which factor can go into 1260 and 9 without leaving a remainder? Okay, let's try 9 itself. 9 there, it's 1. 9 into 12 is giving us 1, and the remainder is 3. So that 3, you put it there. 12, 36. 36 divided by 9 is 4 without a remainder. And then you get that remaining 0, you write it A. So each interior angle is 140 degrees. Therefore, angle ABC, that angle is equal to 140 degrees. Like that. Okay, another method that you can use, apart from first calculating some of the interior angles, then divide by the number of sides. You can use the exterior angle theory. The exterior angle theory. Because this side, they want us to calculate this angle. So when we extend this side, we are going to have a straight line, and a straight line is add up to 180. Therefore, first thing, we are going to calculate the exterior angle here. After calculating the exterior angle, then we are going to subtract it from 180. We are going to still get the same answer. So exterior angle is equal to 360 divided by number of sides. Okay, so 360 divided by number of sides, which is 9. So you have 360 divided by 9. 360 divided by 9. 360 divided by 9, that is 4. And 0 there, you have 40. So the exterior angle there is 40. Now, this one is a straight line, which is add up to 180. Now, what will be the size of this angle there, the interior angle, if the exterior angle is 40 degrees? So you subtract 180 minus 40 degrees. So you are going to have 140 degrees, which is same as this one. Okay, so for questions, you are going to post your questions and then you'll be answered within 24 hours. Okay, move on to the next question. Okay, so let's look at the next questions. Question 13 and 14, we'll tackle them together. Okay, so question 13 is saying, given that matrix A is equal to, the first row is having those numbers -1 and 4, the second row is having -3 and 0. The first question is saying, state the order of matrix A. What do we mean by saying order of the matrix? Okay, so a matrix is the rectangular array of numbers. So, being a rectangular array of numbers, we assume, or we know that, we understand that the numbers are arranged in rows and columns. So the general matrix A, B, C, D. These are rows. So numbers arranged in the horizontal line, they are called rows. And then numbers arranged in the vertical lines are called columns. Now, when describing or when stating the order of the matrix, first count how many rows are in that matrix. Then by how many columns are in that matrix. For example, this one, we have the first row there and the second row there. So this one we have 2 rows by how many columns? We have 1, 2. So it's 2 by 2 matrix. Because we have 2 rows and 2 columns. What about this one? AB. What is the order of that matrix? First count how many rows? Row number 1, row number 2. What about columns? Just 1 column. So 1, 2 rows by 1 column. 2 by 1 matrix. Like that. That's how we state the order of the matrix. Just count first number of rows and then by the number of columns. So in our question here, they want us to describe or to state the order of matrix A. So we have the first row there and the second row there. So solution number A is here. We have 2 rows by how many columns? We have 1, 2. So we have also 2 columns. So it's a 2 by 2 matrix. It's a 2 by 2 matrix. Like that. Okay? Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Find the -3a. Okay, so what does this mean? -3 is the constant or the scalar. They want you to multiply the scalar to matrix A and then come up with the result. How would you multiply that? -3a is the same as -3 multiplied by matrix A, which is -1 there, 4 there, -3 there, and 0 there. So this means multiply this scalar to each digit inside the matrix to have the scalar multiple of matrix A. Negative times negative, these two negatives will give you positive. So 3 times 1 is 3. Negative times positive is negative. 3 times 4 is 12. This is negative, that is negative. Negative times negative will give you positive. And 3 times 3 will give you 9. 3, negative 3 times 0, it will give you 0, because any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. So this is negative 3a. This is the scalar multiple of matrix A when the constant negative 3 is acted on the matrix. Okay, so that's how we calculate the scalar multiples, and we state the order of the matrix. The next one. Okay. Number 14. Evaluate 4 to the power 2 plus 5 to the power 0. Okay, so this one is also coming from square roots and cube roots, specifically on indices, rows of indices. Okay, so for this one, it's very easy. You can answer it just here. 4 to the power 2 plus 5 to the power 0. Okay, you can expand this one. 4 to the power 2. This does not mean that you multiply 4 times 2. No, this is wrong. So 4 to the power 2, it means multiply 4 2 times by itself. Multiply 4 by itself 2 times, not 4 times 2. That's the power. The power or the exponent is telling you how many times the base should be expanded. So we have 4 multiplied by 4, like that, then plus 5 to the power 0. According to the laws of indices, any number raised to the power 0 is equal to what? 1. Like that. So we have 4 times 4, that is 16. 16 plus 1. 16 plus 1, the answer here is 17. 17. Like that. That's the way to go. Okay, so let's go to the next question. The next question is coming from angles. Okay, so in the diagram below, the straight lines ABC, which is ABC, and DEF are parallel. XY is a transversal. XY is a transversal, which means it is joining these two parallel lines, making opposite angles of the parallel lines. Okay, angle CBX is equal to 54 degrees. CBX, this angle there is 54 degrees. The question is find the angle FEY. Find the angle FEY. What is F? FEY. So this angle. This is the angle they want you to calculate. Okay. Now that this line XY is transversal, which means opposite angles of the transversal lines are equal, or opposite angles of the parallel lines are equal. For example, if this angle there is 54 degrees, even the angle here is going to be 54 degrees. If this angle is 54, even that one is going to be 54 degrees. In other words, you can use the Z theory. You have something like this. The angle there is 54, even this angle is going to be 54. So if we have this angle to be 54 degrees, and this one is a straight line, so we have to subtract. To remain with the remaining angle this side, you have to subtract 180 minus 54 degrees, so that you remain with angle FEY. So you are going to have 180 minus 54 degrees, like that. So what is 180 minus 54 degrees? That is, you are going to remain with 126 degrees. So that is the angle they wanted us to calculate. Angle FEY is equal to 126 degrees. So if this is 126 degrees, even the angle there is 126. Even the one opposite that side is 126. Just like that. Okay. Let's look at the next question. The next question is saying, okay, this one can be answered here. Question 16 is saying f of x is equal to 3x minus 1. Then find the f of 2. Find the function of 2. Okay, so this one is coming from mapping and relations. Mapping and relations. Okay, so 3x minus 1 is a function. Now, if this is the function, then they want us to calculate the function of 2, which means they are saying f of 2, where there is x in this function, substitute it for what? For 2. Remove x and then put it what? Put 2. So you're going to have 3 multiplied by where there is x, you put 2, then minus 1, like that. That is 3 times 2, you're going to have 6 minus 1. What is 6 minus 1? You're going to get 5. Therefore, the function of 2 is equal to 5. Simple as that. Okay. Let's go to the next question.